I have the internet, and I'm holding it to ransom. Unless you pay me $1 billion... no, $1 trillion. I shall destroy it. Forever.
Well, what do you think, Steve? I thought it was a bit girly.
Still switched on.
What? We're still what?
And our first speaker is Sergeant Slipper.
Good morning, all. Police work is all about coping with the unexpected.
Great. Look at these babies. Hold on. Billy and Bobby Biceps. They were on me gold. Sold 88. Barcelona 92.
Well, I guess that's all down to the Maximus way. Is that, like, totally your own idea?
Well, I adapted some of the moves from the Roman gladiators, but, yeah.
Oh, this looks tasty. What's in it?
Cheese, jam, and banana.
Oh, I don't suppose we've got something without a banana.
No?
Do you mind leading us to a... Hello.
Hiya.
Won't you join us?
Yeah, all right.
Today is a special day.
Yeah. Must be amazing to walk into a pub and find the person you've been looking for your whole life.
Yes, Johnny. It is.
Oh, look how it's sticking to the contours of my body. Once you're out, you're out.
That's right, Johnny. You seem to have spilled some on your trousers.
Oh, yes, so I did, yeah.
What's so special about your approach to jazz?
I don't blow. I suck.
Great. What are you going to play for us today, Jackson?
Trumpet.
What tune?
Tune? This is jazz.
What's going on here? Shouldn't the real question be, what the hell is going on there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey! Hey! Come on, Mrs. Johnson, it was meant to be. Uh-oh.
Do you know who I am? This is my wife.
No, she isn't. You never said I do.
I do.
Well, I don't.
Evelyn Thomas, from back in the 80s. A real angel. A secret friend, she used to call it.
Forget it. Doesn't matter.
Amy. Amy, what's going on?
I still don't know.
I don't care if it's rival gangs, guardian angels, or the goddamn Salvation Army. Get them off the street and off the front page.
They say it was just one guy. Or a creature.
Or some asshole in a costume. Yeah.
This guy did deliver us one of the city's biggest crime lords.
No one takes the law into their own hands in my city. Understand? What the hell is going on in there?
We need reinforcements. TAC teams, SWAT, riot cops.
Gordon! All the city's riot police are on the island with you. Gordon, there's nobody left to send in.
What do you think my chances are of getting in upstairs?
Well, that's not up to me, Donald. You have to talk to Peter about that one, but I would say, though, it's not looking too good at the moment.
No, I thought not. Oh, well. Cheerio, King of Kings.
Let's not forget, your government started this trade. You opened the market over 40 years ago. Are the troops on standby?
Yes, sir.
Then, we begin.
A pronounced nip in the air today.
Yeah, it's quite cold as well, isn't it?
It's bracing, Jeff. Makes you feel good to be alive. Mr. Hort will dine.
So if you'd like to come this way. Now, if I can just ask you to be patient just for another 10 minutes.
Mr. Jordan,
if you wouldn't mind just taking a seat.
I know, but we've been patient all day. I mean, we were meant to be collecting him this morning.
I know. And I promise, we won't keep you for long. All right?
All right, well, we'll just take a seat, shall we?
Thank you. What did they tell you?
Everything.
And? What do you believe?
What do you want me to believe?
One of my late wife's many fine bequests. I can give you the recipe. Anyway, thanks for giving me a reason not to eat off my lap tonight.
God, it's got to be a nightmare, your job. Headless bodies first thing in the morning. I suppose I'm fascinated to know what sort of person can cope with all that. Someone who can take death in their stride, I suppose.
What names did he call you?
Don't remember.
I think you do, Andy, don't you? Son of a serpent. Was that what he called you? Son of a serpent?
No.
Ah, then perhaps he was talking in his sleep then. He was asleep when she hit him, wasn't he?
No, yes, she didn't. He wasn't.
You're covering up for her, aren't you? This poor, drug-subdued man, your father.
No, he was angry, he was.
That's simply not true. He'd fallen asleep from his drugs. She crept up on him and hit him.
No,
She did, didn't she?
no. He found us in bed.
What?
For £250,000, you must step over the barriers without dislodging them. You've done it once, but this time, it'll be significantly more difficult with 3 barriers. You're playing for the jackpot, Mo, but have you got what it takes to beat the cube?
The idea for Making History was born when I directed a film script called The Land of Look Behind by Judy Hepburn. And in the script, a young boy of 15 discovers that the first person to the North Pole in 1910 was a man called Matthew Henson, a black man. And this young black boy is so amazed by this information, he can't believe it. He rips this cutting off the wall, goes home, Googles it, and discovers that the story is true. And it completely changes his attitude to his life. And he starts to do loads and loads of other research about his heritage and his past. And we suddenly thought, wouldn't it be great if we could apply that to children across the country, where they go into their own personal family histories and find out facts and interesting stories that inspire them to follow their dreams. And in a nutshell, Making History was born.
Our parents about our grandparents, and we found out lots of interesting things.
I've been helping Oscar here find his link to Adolf Hitler.
You can see that the name crossed out is the name Dowling, which is my name.
This is my great-granddad, Roy Franson, and he's a high diver.
I found out that I'm related to Samuel Morse, who created the Morse code, and Robert Kett, who led a rebellion.
He randomly came out with the fact that I was related to someone on the Titanic who played the violin in the orchestra. Her name was Laura LaPlante, and she was a silent movie star.
We think that we're related to Ella Fitzgerald.
So we've got someone who might be connected to Robin of Locksley, the mythical Robin Hood.
In Nigerian culture, age demands respect.
Her parents are from Guyana, South America, and my father's side are from St. Kitts and Nevis in the West Indies.
You don't see yourself as just being, you know, English or whatever. You can look at yourself and think, I'm Irish, you know, I've got some like naval background in me.
I've become increasingly interested in history, and it's how much we can learn from it, and how much we learn from it about other people and other cultures and about ourselves. And this is a really direct way of involving kids at a great age in history.
I just think it is important for kids to know who they are, what they come from, what's made them who they are, what seeds there are in their background that might push them towards a certain job or a certain direction. Those are the kind of things that inspire people.
So, finding someone who invented the Morse code, that's got to be pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel really good.
With the information I have found out, I have decided to make a short film. I hope you enjoy it.
He was also invested as Knight Bachelor on the 1st of June 1533 on Amble Incarnation.
The customer ended up being murdered in a most brutal way. That really shocked my father, and he decided that it was no longer safe to commute across Belfast.
I guess that I just found it really intriguing that I could begin to uncover things about myself and where I come from, what makes me who I am, and see others do the same.
I found out quite a lot about
my family history, but it's also helped me connect a lot more with a lot of my family members that I wouldn't otherwise talk to.
If you see history in a textbook, it's like a distant thing, but this is, this is real life.
It's such an incredibly exciting prospect for the school to get involved with, and for the children to get involved with, so we jumped straight on board.
Making history. Everybody has a story.